Hi everyone, this is your daily weather hazard briefing from the National Weather Service office here in Pocatello, Idaho for Saturday, December 28th. Not a whole lot has changed with the forecast. We are still expecting a fairly wet weekend across all of eastern Idaho. For some of us, that means more rain. For others, well, more snow. As far as what we've got going on, again, this atmospheric river moisture just continues to move through the area. I've already got some going on this morning. We will see a few breaks here and there, but overall it's just kind of going to be moisture on and off throughout the entire weekend before finally tapering off early Monday for most of us, lingering in the eastern highlands into early Monday afternoon. We do have some winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories, mainly out for our mid-elevation zones and, of course, our mountain zones down here in the valleys. No winter headlines, but we will still see some rain, some snow, just totals not quite as high because of those warmer temperatures that most of us will see. Winds are going to be an issue mainly Sunday night into Monday morning. At least that's when the strongest winds are going to be happening. Outside of that time frame, it'll still be breezy this weekend with some gusts today, around 30, 35 miles per hour. Generally above normal temperatures continuing through the weekend. Some of us are going to be pushing closer to almost 50 degrees by Sunday afternoon. And then we've got some cooler weather, or at least, kind of closer to average for this time of the year as we get into next week. So we're going to be talking about all of that. But satellite, looking at the clouds, that really highlights all of that moisture just streaming in from the Pacific, pretty much landing right on our doorstep early this morning. And again, you can see a few breaks kind of here and there, how that may play out, but again, overall, it's just going to be kind of moisture on and off throughout the weekend. Here's a look at radar across the west early this morning. We've kind of seen a mix on and off here in Pocatello at the office this morning of some dry time, some light rain, and we've got more rain headed our way as we go through this morning. For most of us, it's going to be rain down here in the valleys. But as soon as you kind of get right around Pocatello north, that's when we'll probably start to see that switch over between rain to snow, at least temperature-wise, for part of this weekend. So up near Idaho Falls, again, kind of a rain-snow mix at times, maybe a little bit more snow, but as temperature's warm, we'll have a hard time keeping some of that around as far as then snow totals go. Our weather risk outlook grid still pretty messy here for the next couple of days. By the time we get to Monday afternoon, things will start to quiet down. By the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, overall fairly dry. Models start to kind of disagree on what exactly will happen at that point, and that's still several days out, so we'll kind of see how they resolve themselves over the next couple days. But even when we're in that kind of northwest flow aloft, we can still get some light snow in the mountains, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here's a look at those current watches, warnings, and advisories. As I mentioned, most of that is for kind of our mid and higher elevation zones. Temperatures and winds today. Most of us will see wind gusts anywhere from basically 25 to 35 miles per hour. Temperatures in the valleys warming into the upper 30s to low 40s, closer to mid 40s out near Burley and Oakley and Malta. Again, to get the higher elevations a little bit cooler, hence more snow for the weekend. Plenty of liquid, though, out there. For a lot of us, it'll be probably about a quarter of an inch to even a half an inch in a few spots down here in the valleys. As far as what that means for snow up in the mountains, you're talking probably 8 to 12 inches at Galena. And this is just for the rest of today, so this is not even for the entire weekend. This basically gets us to Sunday morning for those snow totals. So areas like Montpelier, you could be closer to about 3-4 inches of snow. Driggs, 2 to 3 inches of snow. Ketchum, 3 to 4 inches of snow. As we get into Sunday, we start to see those temperatures warm up even a little bit more into the low and mid 40s through most of the lower elevations. Again, out near Burley, Oakley, and Malta, you're going to be pushing almost 50 degrees. Wind gusts on Sunday. Most of us are going to be anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour. We'll start to see those wind gusts picking up Sunday night into Monday. Monday mornings, we'll likely see some of those strongest wind gusts closer to 40, 45 miles per hour. And some of our kind of normal windy spots wouldn't be out of the question to see some 50 mile per hour wind gusts even. Temperatures much cooler behind that cold front. You'll notice a lot of us basically 10 degrees cooler, with highs in the 20s and 30s for Monday. So here's kind of a look at our precipitation for that Sunday morning to Monday morning time frame, give or take a little bit. Again, lots of snow up in the mountains. Stanley, you're looking at 8 to 12 inches. This is when Island Park, you'll get a little bit more, 8 to 12 inches there. Driggs, 4 to 6 inches. 3 to 4 again for Soda Springs, Montpelier, Ketchum, 4 to 6. So again, plenty of moisture coming our way this weekend. Down here in the valleys where more of us see rain, could be looking another 1/4 to 1/2 inch, even 3/4 of an inch in some spots. So again, plenty of moisture coming for all of us as we go throughout this weekend before we kind of wrap things up as we get into Monday. Tuesday going to be a much quieter weather day overall for a lot of us. You'll notice those wind gusts much lower. Not really much as far as wind gusts go. And those temperatures drop another couple degrees, with more of us in the 20s to right around 30 degrees for afternoon highs there. So certainly some cooler air headed our way behind that cold front Sunday night into Monday. That's kind of a recap of what we've got going on through this weekend into early next week. This atmospheric river bringing plenty of moisture to all of us. So just something to be mindful of if you have any travel plans. Don't forget to check the Idaho 511 pages for the latest information there in case we have any travel issues as far as roads. ITD does a great job, but you add in some of that wind, certainly makes their job even more difficult, especially with those strongest wind gusts Sunday night into Monday morning. Overall, temperatures relatively warm, all things considered, for today and tomorrow. Then we'll be much cooler as we get into early next week. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always find the latest weather information online. Give us a phone call, send us an email, or connect with us on social media. Have a great day.